Dr. T.S. Surendran to please escort Chief Guest Dr. Palanivel Thiagarajan to the dais. Dr. Girish Rao to accompany Mr. Ramadorai to the dais. And Mr. G. Ramachandran also to please come to the dais. Before we begin the formal proceedings, request to silence your devices and perhaps refrain from taking personal pictures till the ceremony is concluded. Yeah. Yeah. To modify an old saying, beside every successful man is an inspiring and steadfast woman. In this case, Mrs. Mala Ramadorai, who is a very interesting personality on her own. Please sit down. We are delighted to have you in our audience. Her passions range from classical music to origami to education. I request Dr. Prema Padmanabhan to kindly felicitate Mrs. Ramadorai with some flowers. Huh? Oh, I forgot. Anyway, next one. Please rise for the Tamil Thai Varth. Thank you. Please be seated. I now request Dr. T.S. Surendran, Chairman Sankara Nethralaya, to deliver the welcome address and also to introduce our chief guest.
Honorable Minister Dr. Palanivel Thiagarajan, distinguished Sri Ramadorai and Mrs. Ramadorai, former Sankara Nethralaya Award winners, Agastya Trust family, bureaucrats, donors, well-wishers, board members, judges, media, and doctors. Good evening to all of you. We are all assembled here to present the prestigious Sankara Ratna Award 2024 to veteran personality of the Indian IT industry, Padma Bhushan Mr. Subramaniam Ramadorai. He hails from the house of the Tatas. He has been a strong supporter and pillar of strength, great friend, philosopher, and guide for all activities of Sankara Nethralaya. We are immensely grateful for our chief guest, Dr. Palanivel Thiagarajan, Honorable celebrated Minister of the Government of Tamil Nadu, who is with us to grace the occasion and present the award to Mr. Ramadorai. Thiru Dr. Palanivel Thiagarajan, famously known as PTR, is a young, articulate and very accomplished person. He holds a very important portfolio of the information and technology and digital services of the government of Tamil Nadu. Under his leadership, he is making significant advances and contributions to the whole landscape of IT in India. He is certainly a role model for a lot of youngsters. There are not that many youngsters. It is my humble request to introduce briefly the chief guest, which is like showing torch to the sun, and especially to both the luminaries. PTR sir, he represents the fourth generation of his family and is the third generation elected representative following the footsteps of his grandfather, the great Palanivel Sir P.T. Rajan, former minister and chief minister of the Madras Presidency, and his illustrious father, P.T.R. Palanivel Rajan, former Speaker of the Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly and Minister of Government of Tamil Nadu. Dr. P.T.R. is the MLA for Madurai Central Constituency in the 15th and 16th Legislative Assemblies of Tamil Nadu and is a designated spokesperson for the party focusing on economic budget and state and central finances and policy matters. He earned B.Tech Honours degree in Chemical Engineering from NIT and Trichy and MS Operations Research and PhD from the State University of New York and is also an MBA in Finance from the MIT Sloan School of Management. He previously worked as an international investment banker in trading market, sales and management roles at Lehman Brothers, New York, and Standard Chartered Bank in Singapore as Senior Managing Director of Financial Markets. We are indeed grateful to you, sir, for your gracious presence in today's awards presentation ceremony. Welcome once again all of you, and switch off the mobiles. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you, sir. I now call upon Dr. Girish Rao, President and Executive Medical Director, Medical Research Foundation, and Mr. G. Ramakrishnan, Honorary Secretary, MRF, to honor and felicitate our chief guest. Thank you. I recall a few years ago on the Oxford Union debate, Dr. Palanivel mentioned that we live in an age of unreason. So true that, which makes recognizing and honoring all those who do good work in these times so very important. May I call upon Dr. R.R. Sudhir, Head of Preventive Ophthalmology and Electronic Medical Records, Sankara Nethralaya, to formally introduce the man of the moment, Sri Ramadorai.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and distinguished colleagues. Today we gather to celebrate the extraordinary achievements and innovative contributions of a true leader and visionary, Mr. Subramaniam Ramadorai. He is an exemplary leader whose illustrious career has made a lasting impact across multiple sectors. As a distinguished recipient of Padma Bhushan Award, Mr. Ramadorai tenure as the CEO and MD of Tata Consultancy Services from 1996 to 2009 was truly transformative. Under his guidance, TCS emerged as a global IT powerhouse, setting unparalleled standards of excellence in the industry. Central to this tribute is the extraordinary journey of our hospital management system and electronic medical records called Sankara Nethralaya TCS Ophthalmic EMR, a dream project of our beloved Chief Padma Bhushan Dr. S.S. Badrinath. This product was developed in a joint collaboration between healthcare domain experts from Sankara Nethralaya and technology experts from TCS. This pioneering initiative revolutionized healthcare technology in India, implementing standard protocols that have significantly enhanced healthcare delivery across numerous eye care organizations, spanning over 175 locations with 7,500 users and catering to more than 25,000 patients every day. This system has accumulated more than 1 crore records. At the core of this product's success stands Mr. Ramadorai, who played a vital role in steering its growth and prosperity, shaping it into a transformative solution that has established new benchmarks in healthcare sector. His leadership, vision, and expertise has propelled the product to cater to numerous eye care organizations over the past 19 years. Amidst the challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic, SNTCS EMR facilitated over 20,000 free teleconsultations and was developed and tested and delivered within a record time frame of just 5 days of the onset of lockdown. This exemplifies a profound sense of social responsibility and a commitment to ensuring accessible healthcare for all. Beyond his exceptional contributions to the IT industry, Mr. Ramadorai dedication to skill development, education, and social impact is unparalleled. His current association with Kalakshetra Foundation, Public Health Foundation of India, PRS Legislative Research, and Tata Strive, among others, showcase his commitment to fostering growth and empowering across various domains. Mr. Ramadorai's outstanding leadership extends to his previous endeavors, including chairing Tata Technologies, serving on boards of prestigious institutions like National Institute of Advanced Studies and the Bombay Stock Exchange, and holding directorship positions at companies such as Hindustan Unilever Limited and Asian Paints. His accolades, including the Economic Times Lifetime Achievement Award and the Commander of the Order of British Empire, underscore his significant contributions to Indo-British economic relations and beyond. With a strong educational background in physics, electronic engineering, masters in computer science, and leadership and management from esteemed institutions, and a wealth of experience, Mr. Ramadorai continues to inspire and drive positive change in society. In conclusion, Mr. Ramadorai's journey is a testament of power of vision, leadership, and relentless dedication to making a difference in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Sudhir. I'd also like to convey on behalf of SWAN, which is the Sankara Nethralaya Women's Auxiliary Wing, that your generous support during the fundraising event Miracle on Wheels is much appreciated. It is my pleasure now to call upon our chief guest, Dr. Palanivel Thiagarajan, to kindly address the gathering.
Dr. T.S. Surendran, the chairman of Sankara Nethralaya, the recipient of the honor today, Padma Bhushan Sri S. Ramadorai, the president and executive medical director of the MRF, Dr. Girish Rao, the honorary secretary, Mr. G. Ramachandran, who is to propose the vote of thanks, Padma Shri Nalli Kupasamy, who is to be also felicitated here, sorry. And the many distinguished guests, I see at least former judges, former DGPs, former IAS officers, big industrialists, very eminent gathering. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Let me start by apologizing for the delay. For whatever reason, I could give 100 excuses saying the assembly is on, but my calendar only showed this at 5:30 in the evening. And I have 3 events this evening going back to back, so I thought I was about 10 minutes late. I apologize. It turns out the calendar show, your program shows starting at 5 o'clock. But I was just thinking when I was sitting here, if I could make a bit of a joke with people as rich and powerful and busy as you are, you probably don't get half an hour to just sit around and talk to your friends like you did today. So maybe that's the upside of of the confusion on my schedule. But all jokes aside, it is a privilege for me to be here, both to be associated with the Sankara Nethralaya Hospital, the foundation, the awards, especially these awards that have had such distinguished awardees in past years, Dr. M.S. Swaminathan, Sri Ratan Tata, Sri A.M. Nayak, Dr. Pratap Reddy, Mr. Narayanamurthy, and so forth. And also the privilege of meeting for the first time Mr. Ramadorai, who I've heard of a lot, and because we're a bit apart in age, who I heard of when I was very young, when he was already changing the face of the industry, of the IT industry. I must start by saying that I only met Mr. Ratan Tata once in my life. It was before the 2019 parliamentary election. It was at my Chief Minister, my now Chief Minister's house. And we had a long conversation about many things, there are many of us in the room. And as I mentioned in Mumbai a couple of weeks ago when I went to be part of the group that gave him an award posthumously. I only remember two things distinctly from that conversation, one of which is relevant here, that's why I bring it up. The thing I remembered that was not relevant here is how courteous he was, and how at the end of the conversation he walked across the room to me, shook my hand and said, "It was a delight speaking to you. I hope to see you again." And he walked out the other way when he could have just walked out without coming to see me. After all, he was there to meet my chief minister, not me. But the thing that I remember is that we were in the discussion about the uniqueness of Tamil Nadu, our culture, our educational model, our emphasis on inclusion and this different societal structure almost that we have here, all topics which are relevant today in the age of three language and grants and delimitation and so forth. And it suddenly struck me and I said, "Mr. Tata, of all the people in the world, you're the last one I need to convince about the uniqueness of Tamil people. Like 2/3 or 3/4 of your top executives are all Tamil." Just struck me and I said it and he laughed, and it's true. And here's the prime example, as of course is my REC contemporary, 1987 pass out like me but with a different degree, through Chandrasekharan, who's now the chairman of Tata Sons. So it's a wonderful group. At the time, I made the statement that even though as a die-hard adherent to the notion of free markets and level playing fields as the basis for successful capitalism and democracy, I am generally not of the kind of national champion, oligarch, or worse, monopolist, big group mentality. In a country like India, where execution capability seems to be our biggest weakness, a lot of us have good intent. The system has many, many weaknesses. And so there's this huge gap between intent and outcome. And in a country like ours, groups like the Tatas show us that actually you can do things professionally at scale with impact. And so, though the agglomeration may not be the best thing, the fact that they can be examples and seed executives to go on to do other things in the economy, I think is the great asset that they bring. In that context, we have to say that Mr. Ramadorai played a unique role, because at the time of his beginning in the TCS company, it was probably not anywhere the scale it is now. And the stats that I have is that he took it from a $155 million revenue business to a $6 billion revenue business, something like 40 times. So it's, no, I should say 400 times, anyway. But these kinds of scalings are not simple. In retrospect, they just look like numbers on a page. Anybody who's ever run large organizations can tell you that maintaining culture, maintaining professionalism, maintaining standards while expanding at that rate is a very, very difficult thing. That's why most companies don't make those transitions, or they find themselves short either from a regulatory standpoint or some other control failure. And so such success stories are very, very rare. And it takes a special kind of person to be able to do that. In itself, that is a major achievement. The fact that after that he has gone on to do so many things, including setting up this brilliant electronic record system for the healthcare component of Sankara Nethralaya's work, I think is an indication that his talent is far beyond management or far beyond IT, and talks to his character and the breadth of his vision, the depth of his vision, and the range of his activities. It is an honor on both sides, I think, in this case, for Mr. Ramadorai, of course, to receive the award, but also for Sankara Nethralaya, where he has contributed so much, and where he is now being honored for his contributions. I must also say that I was very pleasantly surprised, given my connection already to Mr. Chandrasekharan because of our shared REC Trichy, same year, same college. I was very pleasantly surprised to read that Mr. Ramadorai also shared the MIT Sloan connection, which is a great pride to me as a fellow alumnus. And I also was happy to hear today from the secretary, Mr. Ramachandran, that he is also an REC Trichy alumnus, so we're all the same gang, so to speak. I think such awards, such recognitions coming from such prestigious institutions are an essential component of our society. We live in a very strange time, as the compare cited my speech back a few years ago at the Oxford Union. I think a lot of things are breaking down in the nature of democracy, in the nature of capitalism. We are seeing a lot of disruptors be made kind of icons and who are encouraged to break down the systems with no hope or no vision or no ambition of building something better. Disruptors are being encouraged just to be disruptors. By pure coincidence, I was here last evening in this very same room as the chief guest for the Bangladesh National Day and Independence Day. And because I thought it was inappropriate, I didn't say it. But when the Deputy High Commissioner alluded to the interim government and the chief advisor and their hopes for the future after, as I'm sure you're all well informed, what happened in Bangladesh, I was tempted to say that sometimes we can see systems deteriorate, not quite till rock bottom, and we hope we can start to improve them from there. And in places like Sri Lanka and Bangladesh, we've had to see rock bottom first. We've had to see the established order completely destroyed, the mobs taking over the palaces, before they can be the beginning of rebuilding. So in that age, in that era, people like Mr. Ramadorai, institutions like TCS, for that matter institutions like Sankara Nethralaya, give us some hope that there is still reason, that there is still professionalism, that there is still dignity, integrity. There is still the possibility that the system can produce both institutions and individuals who can help not only steer clear of the chaos or the disruption, but also be examples, be positive icons who can give other people the hope and the path to a better tomorrow. So in that sense, as I say again, it's my privilege to be here, to be part of this ceremony. I apologize again for the confusion and the delay. But I'm very happy to see all of you, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for those encouraging words. And if I may be cheeky enough to say, though I am not a Sloan alumnus, I am the daughter of one and wife of another. So one handshake away from that gang. Yeah. So are we ready to play the video about the Sankara Ratna Award? At Sankara Nethralaya, we have always been deeply rooted to our mission to bring light to those in darkness. For over 4 decades, we have worked tirelessly to restore vision and empower lives. It was the dream of our founder, Dr. S.S. Badrinath, to eradicate preventable blindness in India. Following the path he paved for us, we continue to serve the people of our country. His legacy lives on through Sankara Nethralaya and the many globally acclaimed doctors he has inspired. However, no mission succeeds alone. Behind every milestone of ours, there are visionaries who believe in the power of service. To honor such individuals, the Sankara Ratna Award was instituted in 2002. This honor has been bestowed upon some remarkable personalities like Sri V. Shankar, Sri Ratan Tata, Sri A.M. Nayak, Sri S.V. Acharya, Dr. Madhavan Nair, Sri Hanuman Prasad Agarwal, Sri S.P. Mutturaman, Sri M.S. Jayaraman, Dr. T.V. Subramanian, Sri V.V. Ranganathan, Shri Deepak Parekh and Shri Bala Reddy Indurti. This year, we honor a man whose leadership transformed an entire industry, Mr. Subramanian Ramadorai. Mr. Ramadorai was associated for over 4 decades with Tata Consultancy Services, transforming it into a global powerhouse. He was MD and CEO of TCS, later serving as Vice Chairman till 2014. His contributions have earned him prestigious awards such as the Padma Bhushan, the Economic Times Lifetime Achievement Award, and the Commander of the Order of the British Empire. For Sankara Nethralaya, Mr. Ramadorai has been a pillar of strength. It was under his leadership at TCS that we implemented our electronic medical record system, a tool that securely stores and manages lakhs of patient records, ensuring seamless and confidential service. What's more, when the world faced a crisis, he stood by us. During the COVID-19 pandemic, his efforts ensured that we received essential supplies, PPE kits, sanitizers and protective gear, helping us continue our mission safely. He has been with us at every step, unveiling the new identity of our main campus and launching India's first evidence-based digital eye health handbook for IT professionals. Today, we proudly bestow upon him the Sankara Ratna Award, our highest honor, for his unwavering support, leadership and service to humanity. Mr. Ramadorai, thank you for everything. With that, I now call upon the Honorable Minister to kindly present the Sankara Ratna 2024 Award to Shri Ramadorai. Today is also the day when Sankara Nethralaya felicitates Padma Shri Nalli Kuppuswamy, industrialist, philanthropist, close friend of Dr. Badrinath and long-time associate of Sankara Nethralaya. I request Dr. PTR to kindly do the honors. Thank you, sir. I now request Shri Ramadorai to deliver the acceptance speech.
A very good evening to all. Before I start, Honorable Minister made an excellent remark with regard to Tamilians heading the leadership team of TCS. One of the events organized by Business Standard, where my late boss, Mr. F.C. Kohli, was chairing that session, and I had to let out a secret to say, a lot of people have accused me of recruiting Tamilians, but the culprit is Mr. Kohli, who is sitting next to me. He is from Punjab, Lahore, undivided India, And then he said in the forum, what can I do, Ram? When I went to IIT Kanpur, I only could find Tamilians. That's the background, sir. My warm greetings to the Honorable Minister, Dr. Palanivel Thiagarajan, Minister of Information Technology and Digital Services, Government of Tamil Nadu. I must mention, sir, that I follow your talks with great interest and I deeply value the work you are doing. Warm greetings to Shri Nalli Kupuswamy Chetty, again whom I admire for his phenomenal work in supporting the weavers communities. The Government of India awarding you with a Padma Bhushan is a great recognition. It absolutely makes all of us proud. My regards to Dr. T.S. Surendran, Chairman Sankara Nethralaya, Dr. Girish Rao, President and Executive Medical Director, Medical Research Foundation, Dr. R.R. Sudhir, Head of Preventive Ophthalmology and Electronic Medical Records, and Mr. G. Ramachandran, Honorary Secretary, Medical Research Foundation, and of course the trustees, the board members and the entire family of Sankara Nethralaya, whose tireless efforts continue to elevate the institution's standing and its mission. As I said, it's a privilege to be amongst all of you today. Keeping the time constraints in mind, I'll keep my remarks brief. I've prepared a longer speech which I may share with Dr. Surendran later. Receiving the Sankara Nethralaya Award 2024 from Sankara Nethralaya, an institution that has transformed the landscape of eye care, is both humbling and deeply inspiring. And I'm truly honored. I hold the highest regard for all the distinguished individuals who have received this honor before me, people who have made remarkable contributions to society throughout their visionary work. This recognition is a reminder of the immense impact that compassion, commitment, and collective effort can have on society at large. I would also like to add that none of my accomplishments would have been possible without the support of my wife Mala, who is here present today, and my entire family, and quite a few of the people are here today, and friends, of course. Their presence has been foundational in my journey and dedication to the causes I hold dear. When we speak of Sankara Nethralaya, we must begin with its visionary founder, Dr. S.S. Badrinath. The current status of ophthalmology in India owes a great debt to Dr. Badrinath's passion for science. When Dr. Badrinath founded this institution in 1978, ophthalmology was still in its nascent stages in the country. It was due to his vision to develop separate subspecialties within ophthalmology, combined with eye research, clinical practice, academics, community eye care, that revolutionized the ophthalmic practice. His pursuit of excellence and unwavering commitment to delivering high-quality eye care to everyone set an unprecedented legacy that continues to transform lives and inspire all of us. Also, I have known Dr. T.S. Surendran, the current chairperson, personally, and I have been aware of his many contributions in taking Sankara Nethralaya to greater heights. In another forum, I will share what are his other interests, which is very interesting to know, but I don't want to embarrass him today by what other interests are. He pioneered pediatric ophthalmology as a specialty at the institution and has done extensive work in childhood squint that has helped improve the quality of life for countless children. His leadership and the dedication exemplify the spirit of service and innovation that defines this great institution, Sankara Nethralaya. You know, the Tata Group has had a long-standing relationship with Sankara Nethralaya, a collaboration inspired by Shri Jamsetji Tata's belief that in a free enterprise, the community is not just another stakeholder in business, but it is in fact the very purpose of its existence. Mr. Nani Palkiwala, who used to be our boss, his support was instrumental in the establishment of Sankara Nethralaya during his tenure as a trustee of the Sir Doratji Tata Trust and Sir Ratan Tata Trust, and as director of Tata Sons. During my early years at TCS, when Palkiwala was the chairperson of TCS, and F.C. Kohli, who was my mentor, was the director in charge of TCS, we had done many projects in hospital management systems, an early step in integrating technology with public good. Later, when I took over as the CEO of TCS, I had the privilege of partnering with Sankara Nethralaya to implement the Tata Hospital Management System and develop an advanced ophthalmic electronic medical record system to enhance the patient care. It's a matter of pride that the institution's spirit of compassionate and equitable care, supported by technology, continues to thrive. You know, the model of Sankara Nethralaya is a blueprint for delivering world-class, affordable healthcare to people across the world. There is an urgent need to expand such initiatives to remote areas, especially regions like the Northeast India. In fact, Sankara Nethralaya's mission aligns seamlessly with the UN resolution of Vision for Everyone that was adopted in 2021, where 193 member nations committed to ensuring eye care for all by 2030, integrating it as a part of the SDGs. Coming to my personal journey, I would like to say that my work post-retirement from my long tenure at TCS has centered on initiatives in sustainability, education, healthcare, and art and culture. My association with the Axis Bank Foundation, the British Asian Trust, and starting Anvesha Trust have helped me pursue greater objective of social inclusion and equitable progress. Also closely associated with the Society for Rehabilitation of Crippled Children, SRCC as it is called now, the Public Health Foundation of India, and the I Hear Foundation, where I have witnessed firsthand the healthcare is not just about systems and technologies. It's about dignity, care, and the belief that every individual deserves the best possible treatment. In the overall scheme of things, technology will remain central to transformative change. The mobile eye surgical unit by Sankara Nethralaya and IIT Madras that is bringing advanced eye care to undeserved areas is an excellent case in point. As we look to the future, I believe artificial intelligence, telemedicine solutions, and other emerging technologies will be key enablers in enhancing our healthcare ecosystem. Predictive AI is already enhancing ophthalmology with applications like diabetic retinopathy progression, and cataract surgery outcome prediction, allowing for a very early diagnosis, timely intervention, and more personalized treatments. By fostering public-private partnerships, strategic investments in healthcare-focused startups, and integrating preventive technologies into everyday life, we can improve the accessibility, effectiveness, and affordability of healthcare, reducing disease burdens, and improving the overall quality for all. Having said this, I would like to say that I share the techno-pragmatist perspective of Honorable Minister Dr. Palanivel Thiagarajan, and I concur with him in recognizing the immense potential of AI when used on vast amounts of medical data, achieving insights and outcomes that are beyond individual human capacity. At the same time, we must work towards building robust guardrails to ensure ethical and responsible use of AI. However, no technological advancement will be meaningful without the human connection, without empathy and compassion. Healthcare, after all, is a human problem, but trust is the key. The true change makers in healthcare have been and will always be the ones who prioritize trust and quality care at all times. At a personal level, I fondly recall Dr. Prema Padmanabhan's exceptional care during my cataract surgery at Sankara Nethralaya. This is what makes this award so precious to me, as it embodies the people whose lives have been touched by the institution, something I have experienced firsthand when visiting its many centers, and this compassionate care is what resonates with my own belief that true progress is measured by how much we empower and bring hope in the lives of people around us. I accept this honor with a renewed commitment to furthering the cause of equitable healthcare. Let us invest in skilling the next generation, scaling compassionate care models, and harnessing technology to reach the unreached. Once again, I express my deepest gratitude to Sankara Nethralaya for this recognition. My best wishes to all. Thank you so much for honoring me today.
Thank you, sir, and congratulations. Sankara Nethralaya would like to use this opportunity to felicitate two previous awardees who happen to be in the audience. We would like Shri S.P. Muthuraman and Shri V.V. Ranganathan to please come up. And may I call upon Dr. Nirmala Subramaniam to kindly hand over some flowers. As we near the end of today's program, I request Mr. G. Ramachandran, Honorary Secretary, Medical Research Foundation, to offer the vote of thanks.
Good evening to all of you, the dignitaries on the dais, former Sankara Ratna Award awardees, distinguished visitors. It is yet another well-planned, executed event which bears the stamp of SN. First and foremost, heartfelt wishes and thanks to Sankara Ratna Awardee of the day, Mr. S. Ramadorai. Sir, your leadership has not only transformed the IT industry, but also revolutionized the way the organizations function, including ours. Thank you for your support and guidance. A big thanks to our chief guest, Dr. Palanivel Thiagarajan, Minister of Information Technology and Digital Services of Tamil Nadu, for finding time in his incredibly busy schedule to be with us today. Your presence had added great prestige to this occasion, sir. We truly admire your leadership, your vision for innovation and depth of knowledge you bring to every field you handle. We are deeply honored to have you here. I am personally very happy to note that you are a distinguished fellow alumni of REC Trichy, now known as NIT. We are privileged to have with us Padma Shri and soon to be a Padma Bhushan awardee, Sri Nalli Sri Kuppasamy Chettiar, a long-time supporter and well-wisher of Sankara Nethralaya. His anecdotes of his association with Dr. Badrinath is really inspiring. Your belief in our cause and kind donations have helped us to serve more people, and we look forward his continued support. A big thanks to our donors and well-wishers. You make our big dreams come true. Your support fuels our mission, and for that we are eternally grateful. I would be failing in my duty if I don't use this opportunity to thank our wonderful team of doctors at SN, ably led by Dr. T.S. Surendran, President, Dr. Girish Rao, and our distinguished senior consultants for steering SN along the same path laid down by Dr. S.S. Badrinath, without deviating from the principles, procedures, and policies, and continuing the remarkable work with distinction. I am sure you will agree with me that each one of them deserve to be a Sankara Ratna, but as per SN rules, we only honor people who are external to our economic system. I thank our friends from the media for being here and providing valuable support and dissemination of the good works of SN. Many thanks and to all the support staff and executives who are here for making this function a great day. And finally, to each one of you in the audience, thank you for being here, celebrating with us, believing in what we do. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Please rise for the national anthem.
Janagana mana adhinayak jaya he Bharat bhagya vidhata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Vanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchchala Jaladhi Taranga तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you all for gracing the occasion. Do join us for tea. Good night. Stay safe.